sometimes you feel like you're progressing, but you're not getting the confirmation.
It's the challenge, to bring Mahindra to the first positions.
So they are always trying to improve, and that's something as a driver is good to see.
These things take time, but the plan is in action, and let's say we're hitting every checkpoint.
I'm French. The taste of champagne is always something I appreciate. And on a podium it has a particular taste. So yeah, I would definitely love that we have that taste more often in the team.
Hello and welcome to RacingNews365.com. My name is Nick Golding and I'm delighted to be joined by none other than Season 7 World Champion Nick de Vries. Talk to me about Mahindra's Masterplan, because it seems that all of a sudden things are going really, really well.
Yeah, I think it's been great to see that the team received some reward for all the hard work they've put on in the past months, but I would almost say past 18 months. And Edo has done an incredible job in qualifying so far. I mean, he's reached the duels several times, and yesterday to stick it on pole, I think, was a very satisfying and almost relieving moment for everyone that is involved, and saw the joy in everyone's faces, because I know how hard everyone works and how much time and energy everyone is investing, and it's just good to sometimes receive some reward.
Yeah, doing our first pole position together, it felt it felt very good. We were coming from difficult, let's say, race weekends, especially the one in Monaco where we had a crash. The guys had to repair the car. We had to change chassis. So it was quite a bit of work. So I was very happy to clinch a pole for the team and to reward the extra work that has been done.
When you started at Mahindra, could you imagine that you could sign two drivers for multiple years that strong, that wanted to work for Mahindra?
So the master plan, as you call it, as a name, it's the New Deal. So that's the way we agreed on calling it. And to create that New Deal, it was necessary that we changed the lineup of drivers. Not because the previous one were not good, but they were part of what Mahindra was, and they had accumulated too much frustration, and we needed a new breath and fresh air. That's the reason why we went on a change of lineup. But you mentioned two drivers. I think right now it's 4, even 5 drivers in the team who are very important.
Well, Mahindra is quite a big team. We've got like quite a bit of people actually involved in this project, and you can imagine though. So it's quite a lot of engineers like working non-stop, trying to work on every detail of what we can see on the problems that we have on track.
I think we are making good progress. Obviously, that's not in one linear line. You'll have good and bad days, but ultimately the goal is to be consistently improving and become better.
With the quality of the project we have, I was confident we can convince them to come, because they are two builders, and I needed builders. I didn't need necessarily drivers who wanted to just shine. I needed people able to accept a project which is on several years, where they know that they would struggle a bit, where they know that it won't be an easy way, but they like to build with me something, and that's definitely what they both accepted.
I think it's the challenge, to bring Mahindra to the first positions. I had similar challenges like in the past. I think like with the right group of people, technical people, I would say, this is possible. And hopefully I will be able, with the team, to show it.
How were your first month here at the Mahindra team?
It was more on understanding how Mahindra Racing was structured, and how much they were ready or not to achieve the targets that the Mahindra group is having for the team. And the surprise was probably that it was not exactly structured as it should. So that has been more a kind of a status of how the company was. And the last thing on how it was is more on the spirit. I found a spirit which was kind of a happy to participate spirit, which is already good, but not at the level if you really want to get results, but with a lot of very strong and good people. So just a spirit you're not expecting from a racing team, but the level of experience which was there was definitely a good basis. So all that cumulated, a car able to still perform even if it's not a perfect one, a team structured in a way which is not as perfect as it should, but still with a potential and strong targets from the group, and at least a good team in place and good people, even if the spirit was not the one. That was how it started, I would say.
For morale, how important is though getting points on the board and Edo getting pole for the looking forward to the future?
I think it's very very important for everyone that is involved to kind of confirm that what we are doing is bringing us on the right, or confirming that we're on the right track. And obviously internally you see little steps and progress, but in our world that's pretty much only really measured against results. And sometimes you feel like you're progressing, but you're not getting the confirmation. And eventually you're seeking for that. I think this came at a very good time to reassure everyone that we're on the right track and that we have a great team.
But we also have Kush Maini, who joined us, performing so well in F2 right now.
Obviously, when you're young, Mahindra is such a big brand in India. So, to be a part of their quest in a top series to reach the top is amazing, and it's a fact I take a lot of pride in. I know how tough it is for an Indian to try and reach the top of a sport like racing, and for Mahindra to be trying to do that in a top level world championship like Formula E, and for me to be a part of that, I want to try help in any way I can. These things take time, but the plan is in action, and let's say we're hitting every checkpoint. It's always good to have a fresh view. I think Fred's told me this as well, that anything I feel I want to do different, or my thoughts, basically, don't be afraid to say it. And that's what I love about this team, that even if you don't have experience, they value your opinion, which is very important.
He's bringing a lot of positive impact into the team. The quality of his involvement is the only one you can see packing up on the end of the weekend with the mechanics and the guys.
Yeah.
And he's bringing a lot. And the last part is now Frederik Vesti, who will join us as a rookie.
Yeah, on Monday with
on
the
Monday,
test.
exactly. And that's also a very strong addition with the background he has in Formula 2. That's something interesting for us for preparing the future.
Everyone in the team needs to feel like the team is improving and growing. And I think that's the case if you're winning or losing. You always need to be improving. And obviously, when you're not winning, you need to try to understand why you're not winning and then making those changes. And I think Mahindra is doing a good job on that. I was in the sim, we were working on many different things, but even new things for the team. So they are always trying to improve, and that's something, as a driver, is good to see.
First 6 months I spent on understanding how the team was, a bit like I just described. And then second is to propose to Mahindra Group a plan, and to tell, okay, if we want to succeed as you expect, we need to restructure a little bit, we need to change the mindset, we need to bring additional forces, and we need to give a visibility to people where we want to go and how we want to go. And the last thing was, I need a bit of time, I need a bit of patience. So this done, after the first few months, we validated a plan in May last year, exactly May last year. And
1 year
now,
ago. Yeah.
Exactly, 1 year ago. And 12 months after, the job in between was really focused on bringing the right people into the team. And you know that it's sometimes difficult, because then we have gardening leave and all those processes where the moment you sign someone to come in and the moment that person arrives is a long time. The second was to find the right glue between the people, to create that atmosphere and that spirit, so that people start to think again that winning is possible. And the last part of the plan was definitely how to make sure that people trust what is happening, from the Mahindra Group level to the people here in the team, but also around us, ecosystem, Formula E, the other teams, the media, etc. And that was definitely what has also been a game changer, is that slowly people understand what we want to do. They start to be patient and give us a little bit of time.
What's the team environment like? Everyone's sticking together, striving forward because you know what's coming down the line.
I would say, in general, the environment is actually is one of the best I've experienced so far. Yes, we are not where we would like to be, but we are still sticking as a group all together, and we are working pretty much always like in the same direction. And I think that this is something that is extremely important, and it's also something that is making me optimistic for the future. In order to, let's say, develop the car and develop it actually quite fast.
We know that we have some weaknesses, mostly efficiency. Right now we suffer since last year about efficiency, and that should be solved for next year with the new powertrain we will put into the car. The second thing is Berlin next year is probably the two drivers able to perform in the same way, but also get a team behind which is able to help them even more. Because what you realize in a race like this one, which is so messy, not to say a kind of a fight club, you need to give them a lot of indication how to find the right way through the system. And this is also something we need to implement, is get even more people able to help us on analyzing, understanding, and helping the drivers. So I would say next year should be starting from where we started, but hopefully finishing not as far from the podium as we did today.
I hope that one day I will be sitting, on this chair, with you and telling you, my feelings about victories, about pole positions, about championships, and then I will be able to answer you.
So we'll do this same time next year.
Hopefully.
I'm French. The taste of champagne is always something I appreciate. And on a podium, it has a particular taste. So yeah, I would definitely love that we have that taste more often in the team.